I'm so blessed to have this opportunity to be a part of this amazing event. As a mom of two daughters, ages 18 and 24, I've been an educator for over 25 years, and I recently published Mama's Gotta Let Go, as Queen has been so nice to have the contest for you guys. How to let go without losing your sanity. That's the part that I want to focus on because I think motherhood is just a really challenging journey. And I have three tips, and I'll elaborate soon. First one is accepting failure, changing your mindset about it. Two, the power of our words, right? That our words just have such power over our children's self esteem. And lastly, what you folks have been talking about, we have to model self care because we don't, our kids will not know the importance of taking care of themselves when they grow up. So, does this sound familiar? You never let me do anything, and I can't get anything that I want. And then I used to say, wait, I just got you a cell phone. I just took you shopping. And then, of course, the response is, you just don't understand, Mom, and you never will. So she storms out of the kitchen. The next thing I know, it feels like an earthquake shook my house because her door slams. And then I'm left feeling like a failure, right? Feeling exasperated. And you just wonder, what did I do wrong, right? Because we give and give and give. Then I finally realized, failure will exist. Do we feel failure as moms? Probably every single day. But I've decided to switch my mindset. And I think a lot of you have, we just shared or we learned that when we experience mistakes, when we experience failure, it actually builds resilience. So we need to look at our kids when they make mistakes or fail, or when we feel like we fail, we are building resilience and we're teaching our kids, don't fear failure. Failure can actually be a gift.
Mhm.
So the second one is the power of our words. I've been experiencing moms who've been sharing that they can't help but saying, you are such a disappointment, or you're not living up to your potential. So this mini conversation has happened a lot, especially during report card time, right? You failed that major exam, or what are you doing wrong? Are you not paying attention? Are you being disorganized? Or are you fill in the blank, right? Whatever, like harsh criticism. But I think a lot of times it's because I as an educator felt like it was my responsibility to educate my daughters. And then I realized sometimes you can't be I'm an educator. I can't educate my daughters because you end up sometimes being a little harsh, right? You end up, you can do this. We've got this. And then they end up crying, or they say, that's not how the teacher did it. I mean, my daughter was basically telling me I had no idea how to teach. And I've been teaching for, decades. And then I realized, it is the way that we speak and the words that we use. So instead of doing this, you are a disappointment, the I message is not doing the blaming and shaming, but you're explaining. So you're saying, I'm, very scared when you like don't do your work, when you fail an exam. Say, well, this curfew thing doesn't apply now, but when the kids are going out and they miss curfew, right? They come home late. Instead of saying, where the hell were you? And you just get so upset, you say, when you miss your curfew, I get scared because I think something bad happened to you. Total switch in this blaming and shaming. Because when we do that, they feel incompetent, right? They feel not loved. They're not unconditionally loved, right? Because when they're bad, they feel that you don't love them. And then when they're good, okay, mom loves me. So when we change the words that we speak, it'll change the way, just the healthier interactions. And the last one, I know all of us moms, where do you find the time, right, to do the self-care? But our kids are watching us us, right? They're listening to us. And if we do the self-criticism and we say, I have no time, or, oh my gosh, life is just, I can't do this anymore, then they in turn feel, well, I guess life is stressful. I guess I'll never have time to do, what I enjoy doing to fill your tank. So catch yourself and stop doing the self-criticism and praise yourself in front of your kids. Oh my gosh, I did an amazing job doing dinner, or that dessert, or I conquered my day, guys. I did the meeting. I did, and Queena, I mean, you are just amazing with your kids and balancing, right? A lot of us have to just, even with the phone calls coming in, right? You're like, you know what? it is what it is, right?
It's life.
So I think as mothers, if we just practice and model the way of self-care, then our kids, right? Self-esteem goes up, conflicts go down.
Yes.
So the three, as a wrap, number one, I mean, it's just not just embrace failure and accept it, but change our mindset. I read so many books on the gift of failure because I felt like such a failure as a mom. Oh my gosh, my daughter went from straight A's to vomiting and getting F's, and that's what made me, write this book, because I thought I'm not alone. I think a lot of us moms personalize every behavior and choice that our kids make. So I'd like to share that your child's behavior is not a reflection of bad parenting. It does not define, right? It does not define your parenting, because even today, I mean, earlier today, I said, you know what? I don't even think, I wrote this book, but I'm making all the mistakes. I'm still making mistakes. And my 24-year-old said, but mom, that's what makes you relatable. Don't stop the journey. Because whenever we get our kids upset, or we have this conflict, I just think, wait a minute, I'm failing as a parent, and then I thought, just by making these little changes, and the number one thing I think all of us can benefit from is learning the love language of your child. And that's what I help parents do. Learn your love language as well as your child's love language. And I've seen households just change when you start practicing, the primary love language, because they feel heard, right, and understood. And then when their self-esteem goes up and you have happier children, guess what? You have happier moms. So after this table talk, I want you guys to take the following action. Go to your child and really look them in the eyes and just say, I really love you. You can never say it too many times. And sometimes you might not feel like it. I thought that I was a bad mom, because I thought, but I don't right now. I can't stand it right now. I can't even say it, because you feel like you're a failure. And then I thought, I think it's natural. My daughter's therapist said it is perfectly natural to sometimes not like them, but that doesn't mean that you don't love them. So, the self-care thing, I love the, whether it's a glass of wine or saying, I need my time without the guilt. I think so many of us feel tremendous guilt when we do the my time. So I've done it where, you know what, I need to, before I say something mean, I just need to give myself a timeout. Yes. And I need to just, either 15 minutes of bubble bath, or that 5-minute shower, that like alone time will not only help you, but will help your kids. So hope you take that action, and thank you so much for having me. I feel it's like so much fun. Any questions?
Yeah.